Hello out there in TV land. Stay tuned. Hello.
Hey guys.
Oh.
All right.
Welcome to another episode of IDK Everything. I am your host, Heather.
And I'm Deja.
And we have actually brought back two special guests. We have
D Foss in the building. How you doing?
okay, your government name.
Oh, Danny. Danny's my name. Oh, okay, my bad.
Johnny, Rip.
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 DJ Johnny Rip in the building.
What's that?
Yes.
So, I want to go back to the discussion because I felt like I didn't have enough to say, or
Yeah.
I didn't have enough time, I should say.
Or rather, I
talked
was getting your ass low key.
Yeah, whatever.
Alright.
Okay, we're gonna see. I got a few questions, okay?
Yeah, say less.
You know, I mean, I don't know everything, but I do,
That's
know a
okay.
little something about relationships.
Let's
So,
talk about it.
and we pick it back up, we were talking about intimate relationships, and the last thing I know we stopped at was marriage. And I asked you, I think I asked you what marriage looked like or a relationship looks like to you, Barack. So, you care to? I want to really start with you on that one. Who's being rude
So you want to know what relationships or marriage looks like
to you?
in 2024?
No, I want to know what it looks like to you, and
Okay.
then we can get into like what you think about like the 2024 and this new generation that gets married and.
Yeah. Well, I'm very traditional. I say that. So, the vows that are taken, like, I think that's a real thing, right? And I take that very seriously. And I have some great examples of that in my family, right?
Mm-hmm.
For instance, I just lost, I lost one of my uncles and one of my aunts last year. They both died of cancer, for instance. She had cancer before my uncle did, right? But because of that love and that connection that they had, and I feel like because of their bond, you know what I'm saying, she held him down until he passed. And then when he eventually passed the cancer, then she went. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say, like, I think it's a real thing. You know what I mean?
People be like so in sync and.
Yeah, you become one. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's lost in today's world, honestly. But I think it's much more of a rarity that you see that. You know what I'm saying? I think it's much more of a transactional or business relationship in lieu of what the founding brick should be laid upon, which is love and, you know what I'm saying, like, just honor, loyalty, that type of thing, you know what I'm saying? And I would love to have that, you know?
I think that's beautiful too. So
Yeah.
I've seen that actually before online with two married couples. They passed away like within minutes from each other, and they were holding hands too.
Oh wow, that's deep.
Yeah, so I was like, God, I think I want to go out that way too. I'm just saying.
That's a vibe.
Because I can only imagine you married to your best friend and then you lose them. That's a different intimacy from your parents or your children. Not saying like, God forbid anything happens to neither one of them.
Right.
But like the person that most likely God designed for you, I could only imagine like being without that person. You know?
Right. Yeah.
So how do y'all view marriage?
I mean, that's definitely conversations we have had, and we all have a past, and we've all had past relationships that obviously didn't work out or whatever. So I think it's definitely important for us to be like super transparent with each other, super loyal to each other, and just like it's definitely something that I've seen like in my, as I was a young child, I seen two parents in the household. My parents loved each other. They loved each other so much, like they started to look like each other. Like,
they say
That's
that.
they say like
It's a real thing.
so yeah, just seeing that foundation. I mean, even though later it was a split, but I still saw genuine love in my household.
You saw what healthy looks like.
Yeah, I would
A
definitely
lot
say.
of people don't get that experience, or in a household at least, but maybe outside of the house, maybe it's your uncle and your aunt or neighbors or someone like that. You get to kind of get a glimpse of what a healthy relationship looks like. So,
but obviously, you know, things have also like changed. You know, it's a new time, it's a new era. So some people show love and affection differently or whatever. But you know, I feel like we definitely have talked about that. You know, we're getting there, but we're still learning each other too. So
I mean, you're gonna forever
be
learn each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm big on marriage. I do believe that God has, you know, a special someone for everybody. Sometimes your first time may not necessarily be the one that God has for you, but you will know it, and that's when, like, for at least for me, I started listening to God more and saying, God, you know, I'm going to be patient with the person that you send for me. You know, so even if the person that God may have for you, it doesn't mean that you're not going to have, like, your seasons. Like, I say, I don't like you season.
Yeah.
I don't know about this marriage season. You know, I still love you. However, I can't stand you season. And I feel like that's, some people don't think that's reality, and that is reality.
Yeah.
You know, but for me, I think I know what marriage looks like. I've seen it enough. I'm not saying like my parents, like my mom and my bonus dad, stepdad for some people who like, what's a bonus dad? But I call him my bonus dad because he's been there for me. He loves me like I'm his very own. But I get a chance to witness the marriage, and they've been together for almost 20 years. And that's not saying like a healthy marriage does not consist of like arguing, you know, disagreements or anything like that. But what healthy looks like to me is if we're having a disagreement, that do we know how to argue with each other? Right. You know, no disrespect, no slander. Yeah, no slandering or anything like that. Just let's talk about it. This is your safe space. Yeah. I've seen that. You know, I didn't see them argue a lot, but I have caught it, you know, a glimpse, but I've never seen my mom just get out of character with my stepdad, and I've never seen that from him neither. Yeah. I know my mom probably, she gonna watch this, but anyway, she probably pushed him a little bit, but when you are a person of God, I talk about God a lot, when you are a person of God, often you're going to go to God first before you have certain conversations, things that you don't like, because that's just a temporary feeling, whatever it is that you're going through. Right. So I'm big on that. Like you said, I'm big on the vows. I take that serious. I am divorced, but I did gain a lot of knowledge about marriage and things that I would tolerate, and things that, you know, I'm still figuring out about myself, but I don't want certain things to go into like, hopefully God give me another chance.
and we go back into the non-negotiables. So,
exactly. You know. So I'm learning more, you know, at my big age of 34. I'm gonna forever be 30. So.
That age is not that big. I'm right around the corner.
I feel like I'm like 75 sometimes, but
no. Oh, don't do that.
You know what?
Don't do that.
You know what?
But no, so I had a couple questions for you too. So like, I know, you know, we've had in a short amount of time that we've been together, we've had you know, great experiences, you know, together, doing different things, trying new things together. So what would you say was your favorite experience that we've had this past 8 months?
Favorite experience going to the WWE situation.
Oh yes. So
that's the one you took off of work for.
Johnny Rip is a
she don't work there anymore, but she
fan.
took off of work and said she was sick.
I didn't say I was sick. No, so we went to so we went to the WWE Friday Night SmackDown. That was super lit. So how was it? Like, how did you feel when you were in that space?
It's definitely an experience. That shit was dope. We definitely enjoyed each other, even though, you know, we was on TV.
We was on TV. We was on TV.
The kiss cam.
No, we didn't.
I wish they had that.
I
know.
No, I would say my favorite experience was
Florida.
Florida,
Yeah,
for
Florida
sure.
was dope because even though we stayed in two different realms, we got a chance to kind of cohabit together and shit.
Yeah.
That shit was dope.
That was like swimming in the ocean and riding the
The trip I
waves.
said y'all could have took me on. I would have gotten a suitcase, got my own room.
Yeah.
Y'all know how to swim?
We need our quality time.
I know
Yeah.
how to swim.
Yeah, we were swimming
You did
in there, you know.
Okay.
It was lit. It was lit. So another question is, if you would have to pick a song or a playlist, you know, since you're DJ and all, what song or playlist would you say best describes our relationship?
Shit. I don't even know what's the name of them girls. Softest place on earth.
I was just to say, don't say the
Yeah,
Cheetah Girls.
Softest place on
Is that Escape?
The Jonas Girl.
He's talking about Escape, softest place on earth.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
god.
Share My Life by Kim.
Share my life.
I was gonna go to Kim.
I
I
like
was gonna
that.
say that Kim was some Joe shit.
I like him. What's the same question though for you? What would be a song or playlist that describes?
That's a great question.
That is a great question. I didn't think about the answer for mine.
Vacation.
Because there's a lot. No, I mean, I love, you know, yeah, of course, we did that though. But I would say that best describes our relationship. I don't know. I would have to think about it because that's a deep question. I didn't anticipate answer.
Anticipation.
Wow.
Anticipation. I did write a song, Anticipation, dedicated to Johnny.
Check
Yeah,
it out.
definitely.
Somewhere right here.
Definitely a good plug. No, but yeah, I believe that we are definitely progressing and elevating as, you know, being in a relationship together, and we have very good times, and we haven't really had any bad times yet. So you know something's coming. It's always something. The devil's trying to come in.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh Lord.
So
Get
yes.
a room.
Get a room.
But we gonna get
You
to-
go, girl.
You gotta get your groove.
Right, gotta get your groove on. But you got some questions you wanted to ask.
Yes.
With grown folks do.
Oh
Yeah. For real, baby.
Y'all are silly.
So let me see. Those are so good one. I'm gonna first start off with, I'm gonna say my least favorite, but I do think it's important to talk about. So it says, what's your go-to way to deal with a stressful day? I'm gonna start with you, sir.
A stressful day?
Yes.
Oh man.
I'm gonna also remix this question a little bit too. Okay,
Yeah.
what would be your way to deal with a stressful day? I'm gonna say if you are in a relationship.
I'm gonna say Johnny Walker. Straight up and down. No, I'm just playing.
I was like,
I'm gonna probably hit the gym on their ass though. Honestly, you know what I'm saying, just throw up some weight and release that tension that way. But honestly, that's why why I was a little running behind schedules today. Like I was on the field this morning, you know, playing football and shit like that, playing flag.
that's
So
your stress reliever.
100. Like, I love sports, you know what I'm saying? So that's my shit, that's my outlet always. Playing music, you know what I'm saying? That's really my zen, you know what I'm saying? So
And you have bring that home to the missus if you have a missus.
I get to playing the keys on her ass, you know what I'm saying?
Not playing the key.
Yeah, have her lay on the piano on some shit. Got the bottle
The
of wine,
rose,
right?
too.
Yeah, you know,
Oh
you
my
feel me?
God.
Type shit, you know.
So what about you, Heather? How you
Word.
deal with stress?
I would say my stress reliever is
Real Housewife.
maybe, but a good TV show. Taking a nap. I need a nap if I can.
I love sleeping too.
And then wake up and you better having some food. But I was just basically sometimes I just need to take a nap. Just give me about an hour and a half. Don't wake me up before. And we can talk about whatever it is that is bothering me. Or maybe I don't need to talk about it, you know, but I would just basically say just take a nap. But sometimes I also go on a drive. I'll just go circling around a couple of miles listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Lord Jesus, Father God, just take the stress away.
So what are you listening to on that car drive? You listening to Ro James or, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing?
I love him. But depends on my mood. Like,
Yeah.
you say you like, are you stressful? Yeah, but I might want to listen to like some Kaya,
Okay.
you know.
Kaya.
It depends on what I'm stressed out about. If I'm stressed about because
there are different
this
levels,
Negro the theater said something, I might put Kaya on.
Right.
Or I might want to listen to Kim. Not Lil Kim, but
Kim.
Kim.
Mm-hmm.
And
K-E-M.
yeah, the whole, yeah, exactly. Hood but holy.
Hood but holy.
So that's pretty much you know.
Drives is a real thing,
Yeah.
especially here in Dallas. Like if you,
Oh, I
especially
love
with that
the
skyline, you know what I'm saying? Like if you
Mhm.
just drive downtown, man, that's very scenic, and I think that is very therapeutic. Driving is up your thing for me too. I'm not
I don't
gonna
know
lie.
traffic.
Right, when
Well,
there ain't no traffic.
At night.
At night.
That's
So you
that's
sound
my
like a
thing.
pretty soft-hearted person. Like
Yeah.
you'll be
Right.
mad. You might be furious for like 5 minutes, and then in an hour it's like, all right, let's go get some ice cream type shit. Is that-
Exactly,
is
and you
that-
better come loving on me too.
Yeah.
I
Have
don't
to.
care what it is. Even though we didn't really fully discuss it, but if you don't text me after like a couple of hours, I'm like,
Because
you
for
don't want
me,
this,
because for me, that's one of my biggest love languages is physical
Physical
touch.
touch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right, exactly.
Exhibit
Like,
A.
I just be not noticing it be, just
Touching
be-
on her or
right.
something.
But I mean, that's just how I show affection, and it does something to me, like that kinetic energy. It just feeds through my
kinetic.
so even when you are
Michelle Obama.
everybody gonna get the Obama card.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
So what would be your way of dealing with stress?
The stress?
Yeah.
Kind of like what you said. It depends on what kind of level of stress. Like if I've had a long day and just work been getting on my nerves, I'm gonna take a nap. You know what I'm saying? But if it's like just dealing with the stress, the daily stresses of life, like because I'm a bottle upper, so I bottle things up to the point where I'll just break down and cry if I'm stressed about something. I don't even know what it is. But writing is therapeutic for me. So that's kind of how I deal. I'll write a song about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I deal with most of my stress. Or even if I'm in a talking mood, then I'll talk to him, and it'll make the stress go away.
Many a days you call him on the phone after work.
Oh yes, I call him every day. After
Every
my
day
last job.
actually.
Yeah,
Because I'll be calling you and you will text and be like, I'm on the phone with Johnny. I'm coming back. And I'm like, okay.
Because you know how when you first start off in a relationship, it's like, you're on the phone with that person 24/7, hours and hours. And it kind of fades and goes away. No, we still be having hours of phone conversation when we're
That's
not together.
good.
So.
That's a vibe. By the way.
Yeah.
Cupcake on the phone still.
Oh yeah, I'll be Betty Crockering it up, Red Velvet style.
Sweep
Let her
it-
cook.
Sweeping the ceiling and shit.
So yeah.
So what you doing?
You hang up, no, you hang up.
Exactly.
And then I'll let them hang up. Why you hang up in my face?
I did do that one time too. I FaceTime. I'm like, why you hang
Type
up?
shit.
Don't you sleep, my nigga.
I want to hear you breathe when you sleep.
I want to hear you breathe. But no, it does that. That newlywed feel of the relationship. I want that to stay like that forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want things to go sour.
Oh, God.
Anything like that. Look, I sound like I'm saying some wedding vows or something. No,
You
but
weak.
no. Yeah, so that's just how I feel about it. Because, like I said, we've all had those terrible relationships, and we just want real love now.
I'm looking for a
Yeah, this shit.
Hey.
Okay, y'all not finna just keep breaking down this song.
Oh, yeah.
What's the next question?
No, we gotta ask.
How do you deal with your stress, babe?
So I'm just touched by that last.
Hit the roof on their hood.
Well, for real, man.
No, but seriously.
This is safe space.
It's a safe space.
Me, movies. Used to be going to the movies. Now we thug together at the movies.
Shout the bad boys.
Not for sure.
Oh, we gotta
Bro,
watch
we gotta
that.
see that.
We gotta see
Yeah,
that
we
bitch.
do.
Gaming,
What you be playing?
everything.
You play Madden?
Oh no, never mind.
Hell no,
I
no,
love 2K.
no.
You a Mortal Kombat nigga too?
I used to.
Mortal
Okay.
Kombat.
It ain't-
Are you
it
like an
ain't-
RPG nigga though? Like Zelda or some shit? Like
Yeah.
Really?
Assassin's Creed.
what you know about Assassin's Creed?
Bro,
Hey, we ain't gonna game it out. My bad.
Yeah, we not- that's not what we talking about, but that's
Don't
cute.
fuck with gaming though. Go
That's
ahead.
cute.
Yeah. Don't call that cute.
Shut up.
No, but I love that gaming. You know, you said you know
They keep
when
making
we've
the house
talked,
so shit.
when we've talked, it's been, you know, gaming kind of kept you out of trouble as a kid. So I feel like, you know, if that's something that eases your
Gaming
stress,
saved
why
my
not do
life.
it? You know, yeah.
That should be on the t-shirt. You wouldn't wear it.
What the shirt gotta say?
Gaming saved my life.
No, that's my
That is a
under
good
that.
t-shirt.
That's not
That's
lame.
my under that. I can say music saved my life.
All right, let's reel it back in.
Really, Nick?
Trip, man.
Okay, so do you feel both partners should basically equally pay bills? Why or why not?
That's a good question.
I think it depends on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
On the two parties in which I'm making. Like, do y'all have a family? If y'all have kids, you know what I'm saying, that she playing that role of the stay home, you know what I'm saying, wife type shit, and as you bringing home the bacon type shit, okay, you know what I mean? Or if y'all both working, which I think in this economy in 2024, both parties should be
Everybody
working,
working.
bringing in some type of income. I was just seeing some shit on the news where it was like, to live comfortably, I think it was on Channel 2 or some shit like that. They were saying like that for one person needs to make 94 bands in Texas to live comfortably. Now, comfortably is definitely relative and it's, you know, germane to, you know, each person's situation. You feel me? But in my opinion, like for me personally, like, look, I'm gonna take her out of bills because I was already doing it to begin with before I met you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really worried about that shit. But if I'm not paying the bills though, I need you to be taking the bread that you're making. What are you investing in for us? You know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of land, ownership, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing to help really build this palace? You know what I'm saying? There are 50-50 relationships. I don't judge nobody. I ain't go to law school, you feel me? So, you know, there's some situations where she's holding shit down, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all contingent upon the two partners, but for me personally, I think
What if she has children?
that's cool.
Because it'd be like, you take care of your own kids.
Nah, I would never do no lame shit because I feel like if I'm dating somebody who has a child, like I'm dating both of them. You know what I'm saying? Like that sounded
you
crazy.
accepted
But
her
I'm saying, yeah, word.
and
You know what I'm
her
saying?
child and her children.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't try to pursue
It's a
if
package
you
deal, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's
know or feel like you're not going to be fully
cool.
invested.
And much to your point, like, you know what I'm saying, when you call it your bonus dad, like, he's looking out for both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? He loves you as his own. And I think that any man that dates a woman with kids, I ain't got no kids, you feel me? But if I were to date a woman with kids, you know, that's fine. I have no problem with that. I'm great with kids anyway, you feel me? I ain't tripping off that shit. You feel me?
Well, for me, that was I agree. I do feel like it depends on what the goal is in a relationship, as far as like, where do you want to live, or where do y'all already, you know, both live? Do I move in with you? Do you move in with me, or do we get a place together? I prefer to start something new together.
Mm-hmm.
That's one, and I would also
Start something
say,
new as in what though?
like
A
new
mutual
home.
place to live.
Yeah.
So y'all want to live together before y'all get married on some shit?
You can live together, but it needs to be a plan. How long is your lease for? Like, how much more time you have on your lease? You know, that would be one thing to consider. It'll be a temporary thing, but overall, as far as building together, I would rather, whether it be an apartment or a house, for us to get something together. Because my thing is, I like to start fresh. If I've dated someone and they've been here, I don't want to start creating those memories in that space.
Yeah.
You know, so that's something I want to get a place together.
So you always want to live with somebody before you marry them? That's what you're saying?
No, not always, but if it is someone who I believe that could possibly be there long term, future wise, possibly husband, yeah, I wouldn't mind like living after we've been together maybe for a little bit of time, but I wouldn't mind.
How you feel about married couples that have separate bedrooms? That's a real thing.
Oh, that is a real thing. I know
That's a real
somebody.
thing.
No,
in that
I think you
situation.
can have your own space, but
Yeah.
not bedroom. No, because we're not gonna go to bed separately.
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm a believer of, for one, life is short, and then also if we both believe in marriage and what God says as far as that. No. Now, will there be a time where they may have to go on the couch? Yeah, but I'm not gonna create a space for neither one of us to go sleep in another room.
I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
it a buck. If I'm paying for the crib, you sleep on the motherfucking couch. I ain't going on the motherfucking couch.
And that's that pride.
In the comments.
And the
What?
It's gonna go to you.
If I'm paying for
'Cause
that shit,
I got one more question.
Yeah,
so.
'cause I
My bad, go
know,
ahead.
I I know a married couple who've been married for 20 plus years. The man lives downstairs, has the whole basement man cave. The woman lives upstairs, and mutually they're in the kitchen and stuff together. But it's like at that point, the relationship is transactional. Like it's like.
Are they happy though? They still married?
They're still married. I don't know if they're happy. I don't know. But it's like, are y'all staying together because it's cheaper to stay together?
And most people will do that too.
know?
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah.
Like I said, it's contingent.
Oh, me personally, I'm all in. Like, just 50-50. If I need to pay everything, I pay everything. I know if I'm slacking. I mean, we came into the relationship, like, you know what I'm saying?
Make it our own.
Yeah. And then, like, her boys, I'm all in. I love it just like I love her. You know what I'm saying? She got the lounge set up. Shit, you know, the oldest, he needs something. He hungry, I send him some. You know what I'm saying? I'm all in, you know, so I'm just.
That's
bonus dad.
Bonus dad.
Dad.
So yeah.
That's a dad right there. Yeah, I believe in either or. It depends on what my man or my husband feels like he can and want to do. If you feel like you want to pay the majority of it, I'm still going to contribute. I'm going to make sure the house is clean. That does not mean that you're going to dirty it up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to cook more than you then, because I feel like if you are not only going out doing the hustle and bustle probably more than I am, and you are also bringing in the bread, the bag, why would I not make sure that you have more meals prepared for you? Why would the house ever, well, first I'm OCD, but either way it goes, I'm going to make sure I'm going to take care of home more. So when you come home, all you got to do is basically relax. So, but as far as also the 50-50, I'm cool with that too, because again, it depends on what is the goal. Maybe you can't really take care or get the home that we both want without the two incomes, you know. So some people say you shouldn't get married. To me, that's still not being realistic, because think about rent. Rent is $50 million.
It is.
And you make how much? Minimum wage?
Right.
So it's like, you can't do it by
Like,
yourself. But we won't, especially if we're a growing family and we might say we need a bigger space.
Yeah.
So it may take two incomes.
Yeah.
But if my husband still has a desire, like, one day I want to be able to fully provide financially for the family, that's at least in your heart, you know.
But until then, it's, you know.
Until then, we got a joint account. So my last question is, y'all ready?
Why are you looking over here first? Look that way and ask first.
No, look that way.
We're going in order.
So I was watching a podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the podcast was talking about, it was a really great conversation, but they were mentioning the rating in relationships.
Oh God.
Or not relationships necessarily, but the scaling what is the Kevin Samuel question.
Wow.
When you rating someone, what do y'all think about
like when you say rating, what do you mean?
Like the 1 to 10, they just say
looks.
That's Bobby Joe right
looks,
there. Looks,
basically looks, or
that's it.
Looks. What do you think about that?
I feel like that question is. I mean, it's like what do you mean though? Like break it down.
Like, okay, so let's just say Bobby Joe, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to Bobby Joe, and I'm like, oh, he's cute or whatever. He's not a 10 or anything like that. I'm gonna give him probably like a 6.5 or 7 or something like that. See? I could look at him.
Yeah. See.
So if I came to you with that conversation, what would you?
If I came to you with that, well, if you came to me with that conversation, I would be like, you know, if I'm speaking about my own relationship, like
just like if I just came to you, we just talked about Bobby Joe. I met Bobby Joe at the Golden Corral. I feel
like when rating somebody is, to me, is more than just looks. It's more of like, how does that person treat you? How do how do you guys communicate together? Like, it's not, because like somebody could start off as a 6 or a 7
and look more,
and then be more attractive to you because of how they treat you and how they, are able to, build the relationship with you. Like, I don't know, that's how. What about you?
She 11 to me.
Yeah.
I ain't just saying that because we on camera and shit.
Right.
I'm saying she 11 to me. I'd have had some booger wolves.
Or the one you ever like dated some or talk to somebody, you go back and look and be like, what the hell was I thinking? I had a couple of those, but I'm not gonna name drop.
Ain't your booty, it's your booty.
Name drop.
You said they ain't drunk.
Name drop.
He's probably watching. And it's okay. I don't care about the feelings, but I'm not gonna do that.
Fuck that nigga.
Because I don't want them to get that credit of ever having to know me. I don't want to give them that
That's true.
credit.
That's true. That's a good.
I'm not doing that at all.
Way to stay face.
But if somebody was to like call or text, hey, was you talking about me? Hell yeah, I was talking about you.
I die behind mine, nigga. Fuck, nigga.
Pew, pew, pew.
Okay, so what about you, Daniel?
Really, the last time I really got involved with the rating shit was like in middle school and high school type shit. I remember like specifically saying verbatim, you know, or asking somebody, you know, what would you rate me, or you know what I'm saying, like what would you rate her on some shit. It was just strictly on looks. Like if she was bad, like you know, mine is on like a Socratic scale, so it's like I did mine like 7 is average, you know what I'm saying, 8 is a B, 9 is a A, 10 is A plus type
So we're
shit.
doing grade level.
Yeah, word.
To
You know what I'm
grading
saying?
scale.
Like, type shit, you know.
This is the thing I think about. I think I don't like it. I think it's trash. I feel like either you are not my type. You may be attractive, but you may not be my type.
What is your type?
But
What is your?
I have different types. It's just whatever
You
I'm
have different
attracted.
types.
You may say you like different drinks, but like you may not necessarily have a favorite drink. It's like I like all kinds of drinks or whatever.
I see you trying to make it analogous, but fuck all that, man. What's your type?
What's my type?
That was not the question.
That
the
wasn't my
The
question.
question was, how do you feel about the rating?
Right.
True.
My feelings on the rating, I think is shitty, honestly, because I feel like if you are into someone, either you're attracted to them, or maybe you feel like I'm more attracted to their heart. Maybe they're not as attractive on the outside to you, and that can happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I do feel like when you go to like the actual number, it's kind of like for what, to me, it kind of almost feel like that's what you see in yourself.
Yeah.
You know, so if you say this person is a 7, maybe you look at yourself as a 7, or either you are so conceited, you feel as if you like the finest thing walking on earth, and that other person, nobody else out there is a 10 or whatever. So for me personally, it's either I'm really attracted to you, or I feel like you're okay.
You got
You're not ugly.
potential.
You got potential,
Yeah,
but I don't do the actual grading or anything like that. And of course, going back to what you said, it is more so about your heart, because I do feel like you could be talking to someone that you don't know. Let's just say you work with them and you're not attracted to them, but at some point you start to look at them a little bit different. Like, you know what?
Do you think
You are a little bit attractive.
you think it goes in line with the proverbial saying of women fall in love with their ears, men fall in love with their eyes?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
No, I mean that's a whole nother conversation. But
Part
yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Part 78.
Part 73. 75. No, but this has been another great episode, a great
Yes.
conversation of IDK Everything Podcast. Is there anything else, you guys?
Where can they follow you at?
Follow me at Say Less Is More D False on Instagram. Less Is More Podcast on YouTube. Please check me out. It's cracking. It's like that. Appreciate y'all guys.
Okay.
And y'all know October 5th, Christian Combos will be having a sneaker ball. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit.
Get
So
your tickets.
make sure y'all get y'all tickets.
I'm already trying to figure out what I'm
Water
going to
balloon
wear too.
fight.
Where can they find you at too?
At DJ Johnny Rip on
I
everything.
don't look at them.
Yes, October 5th. Make sure y'all go to pushcombos.net for the tickets. Also, you know, if y'all have any guests y'all want us to bring on the show or anything y'all want us to talk about, make sure y'all email eliteundergroundradio@gmail.com, and also follow us on
IDK Everything Podcast. That's on all platforms. That's on TikTok. That's on YouTube. That's on Instagram. That's on Facebook.
everything you can.
It's on Hinge. It's on
ChristianMandy.com.
Mud snatch. Fuck you
Thank
talking
y'all for
about?
tuning in. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.